Mid-state farmers are under a microscope in Washington, D.C. Runoff from their farms is harming the Chesapeake Bay. It's an environmental problem that the feds say must be cleaned up. And one farm in Lancaster County has found a green way to do that cleaning. Mid-state cows produce lots of moos and lots of poop, the poop being more problematic. It contains bad stuff that runs off farms into streams, into the Susquehanna River, and ultimately to the Chesapeake Bay, which the feds say is a problem that must be fixed. Kreider Farms has teamed with Bion Environmental Technologies for a pilot program to reduce the harmful nitrogen and phosphorus that's in cow waste. Basically, it's collected 3 times a day and fed to eager bugs and bacteria.
The bacteria is oxygen starved, and so when it gets in there, it's grabbing up all the oxygen, and as it grabs the oxygen, it's pulling in the nitrogen and the phosphorus as well.
The leftover waste can ultimately be burned and used for electricity or reapplied to fields as fertilizer. But the lion's share of the bad stuff will not be flowing downstream. That's not just being green, it's saving taxpayers green. They would be on the hook to clean it up.
We have what's called a watershed implementation plan. It has actions that we have to take that are placed upon us on the federal government. What this type of system does, it helps offset those type of requirements.
There are lots of dairy farms near lots of waterways all across America.
All of us want to be a protector of the environment.
Bion officials say they can eliminate 70% of the phosphorus and nitrogen in cow waste.
The partnership with Kreider Farms, with Lancaster County, with the state of Pennsylvania, and with Bion Environmental Technology really creates a model to help increase production of nutrition for people here and, in fact, all over the globe.
Many of us here in Pennsylvania have taken our role as protectors of our land very seriously and our environment in the Chesapeake Bay, and that's why our partnership with Bion made sense from day one. And also the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture as a critical partner, and the PADEP have all been important partners through this process to find solutions to balance the needs of feeding the population of the world with the needs of protecting our precious natural resources for future generations.
This is a process that is going to eliminate a lot of waste in the Chesapeake Bay. It processes the manure into a saleable product and eliminates the nitrogen and phosphorus that can leach into the Chesapeake.
I will repeat the statement I said at the groundbreaking. Carl Sagan, world-renowned scientist, has said that advances in medicine and agriculture has saved more lives than all lives lost in all wars combined. Advances in medicine and agriculture, and that's what we're talking about here today, advances in agriculture. If you take a look at, and I could talk about the key aspects of the Chesapeake Bay, but really there's 3 pieces of this is important. First and foremost, this is not about papers and plans and issues that I deal with on a daily basis. This is about people. This is about Ron. It's about Katie. It's about Holly. It's about projects. It's about tenacity of what Bion has done in working with us to get this project on the ground. And that is a simple equation that equates to progress. This is about progress, not only for what we need to do for the Chesapeake Bay, but what we need to do here at home for agriculture and moving us forward in this 21st century. Economically viable agriculture and environmental protection are one in the same. And we as Pennsylvanians can never lose sight of that, because in the end, this is true progress for all of us. Thank you, Ron, for your efforts. The Bion team, I thank you. And most importantly, I thank the DEP staff who has helped move this project along. Thank you.
I just want to say for a second that, when this project came to us a couple of years ago, I have to say that we were somewhat surprised. It's not what we normally do. It's a different departure for us. We have not before typically funded these kind of projects, but that having been said, it was a project that we saw that could benefit the Bay, And we're not only local agriculture, but we're very interested in trying to help Pennsylvania with our funding provide a means to meet our obligations under the Bay Agreements. And so that kind of captured our interest. So after much consternation, we brought a recommendation to our board to approve about almost $8 million of funding for this project. And in a way, you can say that we're really invested in not only this project, but in seeing to it that there is a viable outcome in terms of bay restoration, because the way we get repaid is through the generation of nutrient credits and the sale of those credits that will be created by the nitrogen and phosphorus reductions that this project brings about.
We're excited to be here today to talk about how we're going to now advance agriculture for the future. This is a way that we can think globally and treat locally in an effort to provide environmentally sustainable economics for the agriculture community as we move into the 21st century.